We are back with a brand new Grow a Garden video, and in this video we'll be attempting to get every single mutation on the new best seed in the game, which is the Great Pumpkin seed. I'm really excited to do this one, and I hope this thing will make us some good money. And no, I'm not quitting Grow a Garden yet, dude. Like, I'm still making videos on this game. I'm just trying other games. So if you want to see some of my 99 Nights in the Forest videos, I did post 2 of those in the last couple days, but we're still doing Grow a Garden, so don't worry. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started right away with this. So first off, I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in some sugar apples here. If I can actually find the seeds, bro. My inventory is insanely cluttered now. There we go. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I guess we'll do 6, 7. No, not 6, 7, dude. No, no. All right, so and then I'm also gonna go ahead and get this ready in here with my mandrakes. Let's go ahead and spawn in all my mandrakes here. Let's go ahead and spawn in my apple gazelle, and then let's go ahead and also put down the great pumpkin seed right here. And then we're gonna go ahead and hit grow all on the main account so we can get everything to grow in here. All right, so this great pumpkin is only this right now, but we're gonna go ahead and pick this up in a second when we actually start to try to get that thing big. So let's go ahead, and I think our apple gazelle, yeah, needs a quick little boost here. So we're gonna go ahead and boost the apple gazelle just so we can go ahead and get the warp mutation done pretty quickly. There we go. We got it on this sugar apple right here, so we're done with that. Let's go ahead and travel this back over here. This will be our little platter for the spinos, and then real quick we're gonna go ahead and put down our advanced sprinkler and get our mandrake seeds ready. So we're gonna go ahead and put these down here, and we'll get some watering cans ready, and then let's go ahead and get that rot mutation out of the way. We just got rot on another mandrake, so let's go ahead and move this guy over here. This game still seems to be a little bit buggy. The pets are still kind of broken with their textures, and now the mandrakes and some of the seeds are as well, but anyways, that's fine. All right, so we got all that done. We got this and this, so we're good there. Let's go ahead and make things easier for our spinos here, and I guess we'll go ahead and reclaim a couple of these, and then I'll just leave one of these. So we have 2 sugar apple trees to get mutations on to help spread some stuff around. And let's go ahead and actually get the great pumpkin growing here. So I'm gonna go pick up all these guys. Let's go ahead and get our mooncat spawned in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7 of those. And then let's go ahead and get our sprinklers down. Actually, hold on. We need to get our triceratops spawned in. And then we're gonna go ahead and pick up this great pumpkin. Let's get a grandmaster sprinkler down, a master, and then let's get our godly, another advanced, and a basic. All right, now hopefully we'll get a pretty big great pumpkin to grow in with our moon cats and all these guys. There are new black cat pets as well that you can actually get like a 2 times boost, or at least up to 2 times boost, but you need a witch's cauldron. But they're kind of like the moon cats with the pancakes already, so I think we're gonna just stick with these guys, but maybe we'll get some of those and try them out anyways. But I need to increase the inventory on this account because I'm like maxed out right now. All right, so we got a couple of moon cats spreading. Let's go ahead and I guess throw it in this pile of 3 over here to hopefully get a big one. All right, that should help. And let's go and throw it back in the sprinkler. So we're going to try to get a really big great pumpkin to grow in. Our triceratops will hopefully help us grow this thing in a little bit faster. And then once we have a decent size growing in, we'll go ahead and start getting mutations done. And we do need to actually use early on today our firefly here, because we need to get the shock mutation done so we can actually get our Raiju done. We don't have shock sprays in the game anymore. At least we don't in the crafting area over here, so that makes it a little bit painful for us, which means, yeah, we just need to spend some more time getting some mutations done now because we don't have sprays for some of the things, which is a little bit of a pain, but it's okay. We'll make it through. Make it through. We might be able to just hit grow all because that flashed like a pretty big one in front of my face, so that might be good for us. And also I'm already having issues trying to pick it up, so yeah. Oh, a great pumpkin applied the ghostly mutation. I forgot it does this. It actually applies mutations itself, which is pretty crazy. So we'll have to actually keep this one on the side. Oh, yep, there it goes. It's growing in. But yeah, we'll have to actually keep this on the side for future videos so we can get the new ghostly mutation right here, which is interesting. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna screenshot that for the thumbnail later. All right, so I guess since it's growing in already, I'm gonna hit grow all and we'll see how big of a great pumpkin we actually get. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit that button there, and let's see how big this thing is. Okay, that's pretty big. I don't know how big we can actually get this thing, but that's actually a pretty decent size. I guess we'll go for it because this thing should be expensive already no matter the size we get on it. So we'll go ahead and keep this size. We could probably get way bigger than this, but we'll go ahead and try. I don't really know the sizing, and I think because this one's already so expensive, it probably can't get huge because I don't want you to make like quadrillions with one sale. All right, let's go ahead and get our mutations ready so we can get this thing converted to rainbow. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply a cloud touch spray to it, a pollinated spray. We'll go ahead and apply chocolate to it, and then we'll get all right, we'll go ahead and get honey on it. There we go. And okay, this actually is nice because we got honey glaze on these sugar apples, so we can use Spinos later to spread that back, so we don't have to use another sprinkler. And then let me see if I have any extra sprays on my main account here. I don't really want to use the sprays on my main account because they're bro, this is actually tough now. I'm like running out of sprays on everything. All right, well, what's something easy? I guess what we could do is I don't know what to do, bro. I'm running out of sprays here and stuff. I can't do anything. Wait, I think there's still chilled sprays in the crafting. Let me double check. No, there's like no sprays over here. Okay, well, that's a pain. Why, Jandal? Why did you do this to me? I'm out of sprays and you don't sell them anymore. This is not good. All right, so what pet's easy? I guess we could probably do like the lemon lion to get that last mutation on it. Hopefully. The only problem is it might apply it to one of these things. I guess we'll try to get this thing rainbow in a second. Let's go ahead and just start getting some mutations done then. Let's go ahead and get the lemon lion in. Let's get the swan in here. Oh, we do actually really need this firefly, so let's go ahead and get that in. And we'll just leave these here for now so they can have a better chance to apply directly to the great pumpkin so we can start getting rainbow. But we'll go ahead and start working on some of these. You know what's an easy one actually is the badger. That's an easy one to get the 5th one on. Let's go ahead and throw the badger down. That will give us that 5th mutation, and it also give us some mutations over here, and we'll have crack done. So let's go ahead and use that guy because it only takes about a minute, and then we can get this thing going. But yeah, we have our lemon lion going. We do need to use jackalopes to get sandy, but I guess I'll spawn in those guys in a second. Let's do our more guaranteed pets first. Let's go ahead and do a phoenix to get flaming. Let's do our cockatrice to get toxic, and that is probably good for now. I guess we can go ahead and throw in at least 2 jackalopes so we can try to get sandy out of the way. All right, there we go. So now we have a decent setup here. The badger will definitely give us cracked on this thing, and then we can get the butterfly spawned in. That will let us actually get rainbow done. Yeah, we have to actually be a little bit more strategic now, huh? This is kind of painful. Also, we don't have any more pollinated sprays. We just ran out of those. I hope they bring back like a better spray system, or hopefully I can get the spray merchant and I can get a ton of sprays because I need some, dude. I'm running out. Guess we'll go ahead and for now pick up one of the jackalopes because we are going to need to get the queen bee spawned in and the butterfly. So once the badger's done, we can swap him out for the butterfly, and then we'll have that space for the queen bee. I guess we'll go ahead and get the queen bee started so we can save a little bit of time here. All right, there we go. He should be getting cracked on a ton of stuff. Can we actually, there we go. We got it on the great pumpkin, which means that this thing now has the 5 mutations that we need to convert it to rainbow. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the badger, and we will get honey glaze back when our spinos move it over, pollinated back when they move it over, and crack, and then we can reapply chocolate and cloud touched. And we also have ghostly on a bunch of stuff now because this is just going to keep applying it. So let's go ahead and pick up the badger. Let's go ahead and get the butterfly spawned in. And now we are on our way to get this thing converted over to rainbow. And now we can actually get started with focusing on the other mutations as well. Okay, perfect. I just placed this down and we got a shocked carrot. So that's 1 shocked carrot done. I'll go ahead and move this over here. And I'm going to favorite this one because we'll need that to actually apply to the great pumpkin. But we're going to need 1 more for our Raiju to actually eat and apply static so we can get Maelstrom done or storm charged or whatever. So that's at least 1. At least he got that done, like guaranteed that time. I don't really know his percent. It's 24, so it's not the best. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and let's let the swan do its thing. Let's reboost it so we can get graceful done. We'll get brain rot done in just a second. We'll boost the phoenix to get flaming done a little bit faster, and boost the cockatrice to get toxic done faster. We failed sandy though. That's really sad. I'm gonna cry. We also have this new ghost bear, which if I'm correct, I think it gives us the spooky mutation. So we have ghostly and then we'll have spooky. So we got to get him done with the fall bears as well. So yeah, we have a lot to do, man. There's so many mutations on this game, and I'm running out of sprays. I really hope we get a spray merchant today while I'm doing this. That would be very nice. All right, and we got graceful applied to a carrot, so I'm gonna go ahead and move this over here into our stash. Thank you, swan. Swan is done. And we got brain rot on another carrot. Go ahead and move this over here. So thanks to our lemon lion, and that's another 2 slots open for us. So I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in another jackalope so we get sandy out of the way. And let's go ahead and check through our pets here because we have a lot to get done. I guess I'll go ahead and spawn in the golden goose to get that done. Oh, here we go. Perfect. We got a sandy carrot. So our jackalopes are done. We can get ceramic done in a little bit. So I'll go ahead and throw that over there. All right. So our jackalopes are actually done then. So we can go ahead and pick up these 2 to give us an extra 2 slots. Let's go ahead and boost this firefly so we can hopefully get shocked done again for our Raiju. And we have 2 more slots now. So let's go ahead and let's see what we want to do next here. I guess we'll start working on the kappas to get us bloodlit. Once these guys are done, we can throw in in some of the fall grizzly bears and the new spooky one, so we can get those mutations out of the way as well. All right, Phoenix will be done in a second. Cockatrice, I thought it had a shorter cooldown, but no, it was at 4 minutes. I thought it was less. I don't know why I'm tripping. All right, well, I'll wait for these. I'm gonna go ahead and buy some more carrots too. Oh, I forgot about my Kitsune, but yeah, my man accounts Kitsune just applied the chakra mutation to a carrot, which we did need that. So there we go. And we just got flaming done from our Phoenix, which is also good. I'm gonna go ahead, and since he did it on so many things, I'm gonna go and pick up these flaming carrots since it's on the sugar apples over there. All right, I can go ahead and pick up the Phoenix then. All right, we got flaming on that. Make sure nothing over here has 5 mutations on it already, because that won't be good. Then our butterfly will target that and we'll lose some stuff that we'll need. I guess I'll go ahead and favorite the stuff that's getting a little bit higher on the mutations in case anything gets applied to it if I don't see it. Oh, perfect. Traveling merchant. Oh, it's just the summer one, but we do have nighttime, which is early. Oh no, that's not nighttime. This is the Halloween night. Cockatrice will be next. So I guess with the Phoenix out of the way, we'll go ahead and throw in one of our fall bears, the grizzly bears, right? Yeah. We need a grizzly bear. We gotta get fall done. So let's get fall done, and then we'll try to get spooky done next. And hopefully this firefly hurries up, because we need to swap him out for the Raiju, and then we need to get the corrupt kitsune in here, which I guess I'll put the corrupt kitsune after this cockatrice is done, which should be right now with toxic. All right, cool. We got toxic, got a ton of carrots. So I'm gonna go and pick up. Actually, I think we got toxic on 2 of these over here. Cockatrice is done. Giant firefly is failing us. Let's go and pick up the cockatrice though and throw in our corrupt kitsune. I might AFK with this guy later when I'm trying to get Dawnbound done as well, since it takes forever, because I want to try to get Ascended Chakra to get this thing really valuable. All right, so we have a pretty good setup here. I guess I'll go ahead and boost these Kappas, speed them up a little bit, and hopefully give us Bloodlet faster. And I guess I can boost the Golden Goose. Oh, okay, that doesn't really matter because he's too high up. I don't like you either, bro. All right, Queen Beast does a while. So yeah, we mostly are just waiting for this giant firefly so we get the Raiju in here. So I think these will be our next guaranteed mutations. I did get the wolf pet, by the way, and this guy actually gives you the moonlit mutation, just like the Mizukis, I think they're called, used to do, or the Mizukis, the Tanukis, I think they were. But yeah, this guy gives you moonlit. I think it's more guaranteed because those guys were just like a random mutation, but usually I don't even care about it anymore, just because we get moonlit every 4 hours, and while I AFK, we usually get a nighttime event to happen, so it doesn't really matter too much. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of the Mizuchi. I was mixing up the names, but the Mizuchi I do need as well to give us the guaranteed mutations. I'll do that before the gnome. All right, Firefly, please give us static. I mean, not static. Give us shock and another care, bro. This used to be so much easier with the shock mutation sprays. I can't believe they're gone. I can't believe they do this to me. Fall. Give us fall, bro. Failed. I forgot to boost him sooner. That probably would have helped if I boosted him sooner. All right, I think we can actually boost our Queen Bee. That should give us maybe enough. Yeah, that'll speed this up a little bit so we can get the butterfly done. Oh, shoot. The corrupt kitsune is going to take spot. It's going to take the butterfly's place because it's too long now. Also, the Kappas wet up a bunch of stuff, but they did not apply Bloodlet. That's fine. All right, well, I gotta actually pick up the corrupt kitsune for a little bit then, because I don't want it to interfere with the butterfly. I want to get rainbow done so we can get these 2 guys out of the way for now. So we'll move that out of the way, and I guess since we don't have the corrupt kitsune, we'll go ahead and throw in this rainbow Mizuchi, because this guy doesn't have a very long cooldown, and we can get the Azure mutation done hopefully quickly. All right, some pets are about to be done with their cooldowns. I really hope this firefly gives us shocked again. The first time he applied it like nothing, and now he's struggling, and I really need to get shocked because I need to get that Raiju to replace him to get static out of the way. And let's see, our Queen Bee I think is almost done. Where is the Queen Bee? Right here. We're about to get pollinated, and then we'll get butterfly to get cooldown in a second. Please shocked. Please give us shocked. Oh, let's go. We got a shock carrot. All right, so I can go ahead and replace this firefly with our Raiju to eat that carrot and give us static then. Let's go ahead and oh, he's in my hotbar. All right, let's go ahead and throw him down. Let's go ahead and move this pollinated carrot over here. And we failed the fall mutation. So sad. So sad. All right, I'm gonna boost this Mizuchi to hopefully give us a Zor pretty quickly. And who else needs a boost? I guess the Kappas. We can get Bloodlet done. And I'll boost the Goose to get this Fortune egg out of the way. Thank you, Mr. Goose. I'll throw this back over here. And I guess I'll go ahead and throw in this Ghost Bear to get Spooky done. Ooh, Zor mutation. Perfect. We got a first try on a carrot. I don't know which carrot, but a carrot. So we can go ahead and pick up the Mizuchi. Oh, man, this Ghost Bear has a very long cooldown. But, okay, it's a guaranteed. So, that's good. Oh, wait. No, that's not good. I got to pick him up for a second. Because the Queen Bee almost just cooled him down. All right. Whew. That was scary. All right, hopefully we favorited everything. Hopefully nothing has more than 5 mutations or whatever, because there's... Oh, shoot. Hold on, bro. Hold on. I just saw something. Wait, okay. It only has 4. It only has 4. We're good. You good? All right, perfect. Great pumpkin is rainbow. That scared me for a second. All right, so we can go ahead, pick up the queen bee, pick up the butterfly. Now we can go ahead and put the ghost bear in. We can put our peach wasp in here. I guess we can throw the spriggan in, sure. And what else do we need? I don't even know. There's so many pets, bro. I guess we'll throw in one more grizzly bear to get fall done a little bit faster, hopefully. So the great pumpkin is now rainbow. We can go ahead and get some sprays back onto this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and put cloud touch back onto it, chocolate back onto it. We don't need to worry about honey glazed because it's over there. And then on my main account, I'll go ahead and put glimmering back onto it and luminous onto it. I guess not back onto it because we never put that on originally, but there we go. We are back up to like 5 mutations on this thing, and then we'll get some of the rest of them back when the Spinos spread them out. So we do have a shocked carrot right here that's favorited, and then this one the Raiju will eat so we can get the static mutation applied. We should hopefully get bloodlet done next, and then the ghost bear will take a little bit of time, and the peach wasp, and the spriggan. We have a couple pets that are going to take a while actually, but that will give us some guaranteed mutations. And let's go and boost this Raiju to get him out of the way. Boost this grizzly bear to hopefully get fall out of the way. Fall, please.
Nope.
Failed. Okay, that's fine. You know what? Just rip my heart out, man. Just rip it out and stomp on it. Oh. Bloodlet's done. It's on one of our fruits. I don't know what it's on. Oh, it's right here. It's on this carrot. Perfect. We got bloodlet done, so we can get the kappas out of the way. I guess with that, we can go ahead and spawn in 2 disco beasts to start working on getting disco done. But I feel like there's more that I'm missing. I feel like I'm missing a pet. I think I'm good, dude. I think I've gotten everything else that I needed today so far. Oh, hello. Hello, tornado. Oh, you know what? That just reminded me. I'm missing the pterodactyl. Thanks, Jandal, for just like throwing that in my face. All right, I'm going to pick up 1 disco beast for now. Throw the pterodactyl in there. And the Krupp Kitsune, bro. That's what I'm missing because I picked him up. All right, get those guys back in there because we need Krupp Chakra and we need tempestuous. All right, so our grizzly bears are still failing us, which they usually do for a while, but we'll give them some time, you know. They just need some time. But our Raiju won't fail us, and we're gonna get static done. So there we go. We got static on quite a lot, actually. Got it on sugar apple. So I'll go ahead and pick up these carrots then. Oh, we have a rainbow carrot. That's crazy. All right, so I'll go ahead and pick up these statics since it's on one of those over there, sugar apples, and the Raiju is done, which means we can actually get our first disco bee to spawn in now. Yeah, we've been waiting a while to get this disco bee to spawn in, bro. We've had so many pets to go through. I'm also gonna go ahead and real quick purchase some more carrot seeds. And why are you naked? Bruh. Are you good? Look, bro, it's not summer anymore. You don't need to do this. You could put clothes on, bro. Let's see if this grizzly bear actually gives us fall, please, so we can get disco beats done. Please. Failed. You know what? I'm gonna go cry. All right, fall is finally done and it just got applied to a sugar apple. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this grizzly bear, pick up this grizzly bear, and get some more disco bees in here so we can get disco done hopefully quickly. And pterodactyl will be next, so we get that 4th disco bee placed down in just a second. I'm gonna go ahead and boost this ghost bear as well so we can get that spooky mutation or whatever it is done, and that'll be good. I'm gonna go ahead and also unfavorite this carrot over here, so I'll be ready for our Spino shortly. We're also gonna get the ghostly mutation on literally everything, bro. Like this plant, it loves to give this mutation away. It's actually cool that we have a plant in the game that gives mutations. It's the first. It's unique. I like that. All right, so let's get tempestuous out of the way, and then we can get 1 last disco bee placed down, and then we'll start doing our chicken zombies after that, and our like gnome and stuff like that. Give me that tempestuous, please. Okay, we're good. We got it on a carrot, or a couple carrots actually. I'm gonna go ahead and pick you up and throw down 1 more disco bee in the mix. Throw this in the mix. I think that's another static carrot. I think again have it on a sugar apple over here, but you know what, I'll actually keep it because I think I need 2 anyways to get Maelstrom and Storm Charge, so I might as well throw this over here, although I only have 1 shocked carrot, so that might not really do much for us. But we also have another chakra carrot. I think it's another one, yeah, because I already threw the other one back in there. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get spooky done with this little guy here. Good, bro. Oh, I thought he was just gonna be like the grizzly bears and just like do a wheelie and apply it, but I think he needs to go to his victim. Okay. All right, we got spooky on a carrot, which is just a gray mutation, which I thought would be a little bit more interesting looking, but it's the same color scheme as tempestuous, but that's fine. You know, we don't need anything fancy. It's just more value. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up our ghost bear then, and that's good. So disco bee's almost done. I think, can I boost this Krupp Kitsune, please? Yes. All right, perfect. Goes another 5-minute mark. Our spriggan's almost there, and then I think we can actually boost the peach wasp because he has such a long cooldown. Yeah. All right, so these guys will be done. We can go ahead and throw in our first chicken zombie to start getting this out of the way. All right, and then I guess I could probably boost these guys. Hopefully biscuit just gives us disco so we can get that out of the way. Please, biscuit, please. Okay, failed. I didn't really have much hope in biscuit, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this dude, he's not the best. He's not the best chickens or the best disco bee I've seen, you know. All right, let's get this blue mutation out of the way. This is my trusty spriggan, Danny. We've always had Danny. He's a good little spriggan. All right, come on, don't mess up here. Give us bloom. There we go. Perfect. On tons of carrots and things. I'm gonna go and pick up these ones since we got it on tons of stuff over here that we already need. And Danny, thank you so much for giving us bloom today. Now, is this the plasma mutation? I think this one is. Which cooldown? Yeah, that was the stinging one. All right, so this minute left is the plasma mutation, so we'll get that done. And then we have Krupkadzun almost ready as well. And hopefully these disco bees don't let us down, but we have an extra slot. I'm gonna go ahead and throw in another chicken zombie into the mix here. All right, let's get plasma done here. Peach Wasp, what are you thinking today? What plasma fruit looks good for you? Ah, carrot. Okay, good choice. You know, basic, just like all the other pets, but go ahead and throw this over here in the mix. Thanks for your service. Krupkadzun, let's go ahead and get that Corrupt Chakra mutation done, and hopefully we get Disco from Jax or Flay. Come on, guys. Disco, please. Failed. All right, what about... We'll get Corrupt Chakra. That's usually pretty easy. All right, we got on a carrot, and that's it. And this is carrot way over here with static on it. So that works. Thanks, my man. I'm going to pick you up for now. I'll probably try to get Ascended Chakra in a little bit, but we'll pick him up for now. And hey, failed. What do you know? I figured that was going to happen, but we do have 2 more slots, so we can go ahead and get our next 2 chicken zombies in here. And hopefully Gigi gives us Disco, because these other Disco bees don't want to give us Disco, and it makes me want to cry, because they don't like me. They don't like me, man. I don't understand.
Huh?
Bro, it signed me out of everything. I was literally about to get Disco. Oh, well, maybe. One of our cooldowns are about to be finished. All right, well, that just happened. I think Roblox just died. I need to hop back in. I'll be right back. All right, well, we're back in. I wonder if they must have just actually pushed a bug fix, because now all my pets are working. All the chicken zombies are back. They're actually making sounds again. I can hear my disco beat. I think they actually just pushed a hot fix, and that's why that happened. I don't know. All I know, though, is that these guys are working, but I do have to reboost all of my disco bees and stuff when it comes time. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait then, because we have like 12 plus minutes for all these guys, and we'll be back in a minute. All right, we're gonna go ahead and boost our disco bees, see if we get disco. I just boosted one here. Let's see if we get disco from this guy. Failed. All right, next one. Disco, anyone? All right, we got one on a sugar apple, and then that failed. All right, but we got it on a sugar apple, which is good, and we might get another one and another sugar apple. All right, so we got double disco. We're good there. We're going to pick up these disco bees, and we already have 4 chicken zombies in the mix. I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in one more for right now, and then let's go ahead and spawn in our gnome and our griffin to see if we can get gnomed and cyclonic done before we go AFK. If we can't, that's fine, but it will help us have like an extra slot open, so that'd be nice. And we do have one more slot here, so I think I'll go ahead and just spawn in a queen bee, or actually I guess just like a mimic octopus to help with getting maybe an extra chance for zombified. All right, so I think this is good. We're gonna go ahead and hopefully get these done. Hopefully we'll get zombified done for sure, and then we can go ahead and get ready for our AFK setup. But all right, so we're gonna go ahead and wait a couple more minutes then for these pets to finish their cooldowns, and if they can give us some mutations, then we'll be ready to go on our AFK setup. All right, our gnome just applied the gnome mutation to a carrot, so that is one of our, I guess, AFK pets done. We sort of use it as AFK pet sometimes. It used to always be one, but now we kind of do it early since we have so many gnomes. And all right, so we're gonna see if our mimic octopus can maybe mimic one of our chicken zombies and give us zombified early, so then we can actually get started with our AFKing. Or it might actually mimic the griffin. But either way, if we get one of these done, and then I think we'll be pretty much fully ready for our AFK setup. So hopefully we'll get one of these done from the mimic octopus, or he's just gonna let us down and we'll just cry. That could always happen too. All right, so let's see what we get. We have this chicken zombie almost ready as well, so if the mimic octopus does fail, we can go ahead and see if this one will at least give us zombified. But let's see what we get from this. I hope, dude, I really hope. Come on, please give us that zombified mutation. That'd be very nice of you. Okay, failed. You know what, Suki, that hurt my feelings. All right, we're gonna see if Katie will be the good one here and give us zombified, because if not, we're gonna have some problems here. All right, come on, give us zombified, because I really gotta pee. Come on, Katie, please. All right, I really didn't have much faith in my heart, but yeah, this is just exactly why I didn't have the faith. All right, well, we'll come back in a minute when all these guys are about done with their cooldowns. All right, we're gonna go ahead and see if we get any mutations done here at Griffin. Let's see if we get Cyclonic out of the way. And I did just boost the chicken zombie and it failed, so we're gonna boost these other ones in just a minute, but let me just check this real quick. Okay, perfect. We got Cyclonic added to a carrot. However, we usually like to get one more just so we can try to get Maelstrom and Storm Charge. So I guess I'll leave him there. But we'll go ahead and place this here. So that's one Cyclonic done. And let's go ahead and see if we get Zombified done now. Failed. All right, hopefully these other two give us zombified, please. You know what? Usually when the mutations mix up, we usually never can get Maelstrom and Storm Charge, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and pick up the Griffin then. We'll get the better of the two, so we can have more slots, and then we can start our AFK setup here. But let's see if we get zombified done, because this would be really helpful. Zombified, please. Perfect. We finally got it applied to a carrot. All right, we are good. So we can go ahead and pick up all these guys then, and I think it's on this carrot here, so we can go ahead and move this over here into our little AFK, or a little Spino stash. So let's go ahead and get our Ascended Mooncat spawned in, because this guy will give us Dawnbound in a while. It's going to take a while, but we're going to go ahead and spawn that in so we get started on that. Our junk bot will get spawned in so we can hopefully get the oil mutation done. We will work on Molten and Meteoric with a Lobster, which will give us Infernal and Blazing. We'll use our Corrupted Scarlet for Corrupt, Tranquil Scarlet for Tranquil, of course. We'll use our Aromatic Spaghetti slot to get the Spaghetti mutation mixed and the Aromatic mutation from its shard. And then we'll use a Space Squirrel to try and get Void Touch. And with that, we do have one slot left, so I'm going to go ahead and throw in our first Spino here to start moving mutations over to our Great Pumpkin. Let's go ahead and do our biggest Spino, which is this Mega one here. And that guy will start moving over 7 mutations at a time onto our Great Pumpkin. So since all of these pets, the rest of them at least, are all not AoE pets, I'm going to go ahead and start picking up these carrots just so we don't have as many mutations on carrots like wet and stuff that randomly appear. And that's favorited. Nothing else is favorited. And we are ready to go with our perfect AFK setup here. So we're going to make sure we get all these mutations done and moved over. And hopefully we'll come back to a maxed out Great Pumpkin. And then we'll also try to get Amber added to it. But we have a pretty good setup here. So now it is time I go AFK and let the pets do their work. Okay, so besides this intense music playing, let me mute this for a second. I'm having a great time, dude. So currently it is literally 1 in the morning now, and I started this video earlier today in the afternoon, and pretty much why it's so late is because I've been trying to AFK to get the Dawnbound mutation, but the first round that I AFK'd was about 2 or 3 hours, and my game disconnected. So then I started up my AFKing again, and I AFK'd for about another hour, and then my power went out. So my computer shut off. And then I just tried AFKing again, and I was down about 3 or 4 hours, almost there. I was about to boost my Ascended Mooncat shortly to get the Dawnbound mutation applied. Then I disconnected again. I think my internet went out. I don't really know. I just disconnected from Roblox. It could have been a Roblox server issue because it just took forever to load back in. Now my cooldowns are reset again. If I wait for the next 6 hours, bro, it's going to be like 7 in the morning. I'm just not going to get Dawnbound today, I guess, on our Great Pumpkin. I'm really upset about that, but we're going to go ahead and just check the value of this thing then and see how many mutations we did get on this thing. Oh, and because of that, we also did not get Ascended Chakra. I've just been having so many issues today just trying to get this thing to have every mutation, but you can see if it'll actually let me, all right, so if I unfavorite this, we actually have 41 mutations, and then if we actually split up some of these in here, like Spaghetti, we'd be at about 43 mutations. Abyssal would bring us to about 44 mutations. Maelstrom would bring us to about, I want to say, 47 mutations. Gloom, 48. Ceramic would be about 50, or actually 51. Harmonized Chakra, 52. And Infernal would bring us to about 55. So we have about a total of 55 mutations on our Great Pumpkin here, and with pretty good size on it. We would have gotten Dawnbound and Ascended Chakra probably if my game didn't continue to break multiple times. But since it did break and we weren't able to get those, we're going to be at a less value than we normally would be at. But I guess that's fine. We can't always win, I guess, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and grab my magnifying glass, and we're going to check the value of our Great Pumpkin here and see how much this thing is actually worth, and then we're going to attempt to get Amber on it to see if it bumps up the value. So without further ado, let's go ahead and use our magnifying glass in 3, 2, 1. All right, bro. So this Great Pumpkin, I guess because of the size on it and also because I didn't get Dawnbound, it's actually only worth 386 billion, which is kind of weak because this is actually like one of the best seeds in the game. I think it's only the fact that this thing is pretty small. If we got a bigger size and we did get Dawnbound on it, this thing would have easily passed the trillions mark, multiple trillions for sure. But that's actually kind of crazy. 386 billion for like the best seed in the game with all these mutations is honestly pretty weak, dude. I was expecting a lot more than this, even without this thing being as big with Dawnbound. I expected us to still at least hit 1 trillion, but let's go ahead and actually try with our Raptors now. All right, so let's go ahead and see if we can pick this up and get Amber.
Nope.
All right, surprisingly, we did not get Amber on our Great Pumpkin, but yeah, honestly, I guess this thing isn't that big. I thought it was bigger. Guess, I mean, we did miss out on some of the key mutations we needed, but I mean, 386 billion still for all the work that went into this thing. I expected more for it even to be this smaller size that it is. I kind of wish we got a bigger one now, but yeah, that is the Great Pumpkin, dude. I'm kind of disappointed, and This thing's 1,200 Robux, bro. It's even more than the Crimson Thorn. But maybe I'm just trash, dude. I don't know. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a like, subscribe. Let me know if you think the Great Pumpkin is worth it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Leave me some ideas in the comments below.